Hello everyone. I wanted to send you a short video message because this is a very special week. It began last weekend with the 95th anniversary of the first ever openings in aid of the National Garden Scheme. We have a photograph which appeared in the Times newspaper on Tuesday the 31st of May 1927. It shows visitors in the garden of Hatfield House, Hertfordshire the day before, Hatfield being one of the two very first gardens to open, along with Leonardslee in Sussex. Wednesday sees the start of annual Volunteers Week, so this is a really good opportunity for me to send heartfelt thanks to all of you, whether County Team members or garden owners, for your volunteering support of the National Garden Scheme, and to mark the extent to which volunteers have been the lifeblood of our charity throughout its 95 years. This coming weekend, the National Garden Scheme will celebrate the Queen's Platinum Jubilee with more than 200 gardens opening all over England and Wales. As we mark our 95th anniversary, I would like to celebrate Her Majesty's very particular contribution to the National Garden Scheme, which not everyone knows about, and at the same time mark the contribution of the wider royal family, which led to the actual foundation of our charity. In 1925, Queen Alexandra, the present Queen's great-grandmother and the wife of King Edward VII, died. She was patron of the Queen's Nursing Institute, which in those pre-National Health Service days supported and funded district or community nursing all over the country. Alexandra was a remarkably popular person, and when she died, it was decided by the QNI that they would launch a memorial fund in her memory. And in 1926, the year of the present Queen's birth, one of the QNI trustees suggested a way that they could increase what they raised for the memorial fund. They could do this by inviting people to open their gardens to raise money that would be added to the contributions. And so in 1927, the first gardens opened and the National Garden Scheme was born. Queen Alexandra's son, King George V, immediately offered to open the garden at Sandringham, the royal family's home in Norfolk, and it has the remarkable record of being one of only two gardens that have opened for us in every single year ever since. In 2012, when we celebrated our 85th anniversary, Penny Snell, then chairman of the National Garden Scheme, was invited by the Queen to Sandringham and donated a special plaque, one of a series that were given to every garden which had opened in 1927 and that was still opening in that our 85th year. The Queen has made her own very special and almost completely unknown contribution to the National Garden Scheme in the years immediately after her wedding to the Duke of Edinburgh in 1947. The newlyweds rented a house close to Windsor Castle called Windlesham Moor, where they lived from 1947 to 1949, when they went to live in Malta. And they opened the garden at Windlesham Moor for the National Garden Scheme in both 1948 and 1949. We still have the precious card of the Windlesham Moor openings in the card index, which records every single garden opening that has ever taken place for the NGS. The Windlesham Moor card confirms the extent to which the royal hosts impacted on both the number of visitors and the funds raised. The year before the Queen's wedding, in 1946, her father, King George VI, made an offer which was to have a remarkable impact on the fortunes of the National Garden Scheme. The King agreed that the gardens of Frogmore House would be open for the National Garden Scheme, and other than the year of COVID-19 in 2020, it is open for us every year ever since. As well as the pastoral landscape surrounding the elegant house that was built for Queen Charlotte, King George III's wife, the grounds of Frogmore are remarkable for the mausoleum of Queen Victoria and Prince Albert, and for the private royal burial ground beside this, in which, amongst others, the Duke and Duchess of Windsor are buried. As our cards show, Over the years, Frogmore has had a remarkable number of visitors, and it has made an extraordinarily generous contribution to the National Garden Scheme. It has given us a total of more than £280,000, which is the largest single donation from any one garden in all the 95 years of our history. I've been reliably informed by the head gardener at Frogmore that the Queen is extremely proud of this record. Other than the few days when the garden at Frogmore is open for charity, it is completely private. Within easy walking distance of Windsor Castle, it has long been a favourite destination for the Queen when walking her dogs. I think that's a very happy image for us all to hold, as everyone at the National Garden Scheme sends very special thanks to Her Majesty for her lifelong support of the National Garden Scheme. And as we join the national celebrations this weekend and give thanks for everything she has done for all of us through the 7 decades of her unique reign.